Hi, beautiful souls. My name is Just Trin the Yogi, and I'm excited to do another 20-minute yoga session with me. For today's practice, you can use 2 blocks and some type of cushion for your knees if you need it. And today, to begin today's practice, we're going to begin in a cross-legged seated position. If you need to use blocks to elevate the hips like me, you can go ahead and do so. Once you find your center, you can keep your hands face down for grounding or face up for openness and receiving. Relaxing the shoulders, lifting the shoulders up towards the ears, back and down to release any tension. Noticing if you're holding any tension in your jawline. Starting to bring your attention to your breathing, the natural rising and falling of your chest. Noticing with each inhalation, each exhalation, your connection to your breath, to your practice. Opening yourself up to the intention that brought you to this practice today. What is it that you are trying to receive? Whatever it is you're trying to release. Once you find it, start to slowly deepen your breath, calling in your 3-part Durga breath. Inhaling through the nose, feeling your belly expand, your ribs expand, and your chest expand. Exhaling evenly through the nose, drawing that belly button to the spine. Inhaling again, drawing in that breath, calling in that intention. Exhaling, releasing anything that's not aligned with this practice. Deepening the breath again, inhaling fully. Exhaling completely. On your next inhale, you want to start to tilt your head back as your belly expands, ribs expand, chest expands, and as you exhale, slowly bring that chin forward. On the next inhale, begin the neck roll, choosing whichever side feels great for you. Inhaling back, exhaling opposite side, and then bringing the chin back down, rotating the neck with each inhale, coming to the side, inhaling back, exhaling fully, allowing the breath to lead each movement. Inhaling one more time, belly expands, ribs expand, chest expands fully. Exhaling completely for switching sides. Inhaling the head up to the opposite side. Maintaining that 3-part breath through this practice. Moving 2 more times on the side. Exhaling, final time. Taking one more inhale, bringing your head back to center. Exhaling fully. On your next inhale, drawing your arms up, reaching, elongating that spine. As you exhale, drop one hand back behind you. The other hand comes to your thigh or your knee as you twist. Inhaling both arms up. The side that you turn, that hand comes to the hip. Opposite arm comes to opposite knee or thigh as you twist. Doing this one more time. Inhaling, reaching the arms up. Exhaling fully into your twist. Maintaining that 3-part Durga breath. Belly expands, ribs expand, chest expands. Exhaling fully. Inhaling both arms up. Exhaling them to the side. And then finding yourself sitting wide-legged, removing anything from underneath of you. If you have blocks like I did, just sit them off to the side. And you can move your knee pad off to the side as well. Spreading the legs wide. You want to inhale, finding your center, bringing your arms up, overhead. Exhaling over to the side, grabbing one ankle, knee, or thigh, or shin, whichever your body is allowed to stretch. Stretching over the side body, feeling the opener in the ribs. Inhaling fully here. Exhaling opposite side. Moving with your breath. One more time on each side. Final time. Inhaling both hands up to center. Exhaling into a wide-legged seated forward fold. Being mindful to only fold as much as your body allows and walking the hands back up as you inhale. Exhaling, folding over. Final time. Exhaling fully. Bring yourself back up. We're going to find ourselves in tabletop, using the pad for your knees if you need them. You're going to do finding your hands directly under your shoulders. Knees are hip width distance apart. And as you inhale, you're going to drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, chin comes to chest, curling the spine. Taking an inhale, belly expands, ribs expand, chest expands. Exhaling fully, moving with your breath. Doing this for 2 more rounds of breath. On your next inhale, finding a neutral spine, placing your hands a few inches above your shoulders, tucking those back toes. Inhaling, lifting the knees up and away from the mat. Hips expand up, and you're going to walk into your first downward dog of class, pedaling out those legs and removing anything off your mat as you do so. On your next inhale, you're going to roll yourself so that you're in plank position. You can drop the knees if you need to. Untucking the toes, lowering your hips and chest down to the mat, keeping your elbows in towards your ribs, placing your hands directly underneath your shoulders, lifting yourself up for cobra. Exhaling down to the mat. On the inhale, you're going to push yourself up to tabletop, tucking those toes, moving those hands a few inches above your shoulders before pushing yourself back up into downward dog again. This time you're paddling out, and you're going to inhale the leg up for 3-legged dog before pushing it through and finding yourself in the knee down lunge, or you can be in the standing lunge, yogi's choice. Inhaling from the lunge. If you need to use a pad for your knee, be mindful of your body. Inhaling from the lunge, I'm going to exhale into a half split. I'm demoing here if you have the knee down lunge. Inhaling, reaching up, making sure your knee does not go past your ankle. Staying in alignment through this practice. If you chose not to have your knee down, you'll inhale like this. And then exhale and straighten that front leg, keeping a micro bend in the knee as you do so. Moving with your breath with each movement. Belly expands, ribs expand, chest expands. Exhaling fully. Final time. Inhaling. And exhaling, dropping, framing out that foot, finding yourself back in downward dog, rolling into that cobra, rinsing out the spine, exhaling down. And this time you want to push yourself back into a brief child's pose, taking your breath here, realigning with the breath before going back into your practice, reconnecting with your intentions before we move on to the other side. Finding yourself back up into tabletop position, inhaling to that three-legged dog, bringing the knee through so that you're in this lunge, either knee up or knee down, yogi's choice, and flow with your breath as we did on the other side. Being mindful to stay in alignment. If you need to use blocks to bring the ground closer to you, you can do so. Being mindful of each breath and each movement that you take. Inhaling, reaching, feeling expansive. Exhaling, releasing. Taking your final inhale here on this side. Exhaling, moving the blocks away, planting the foot down, and bringing the leg back so that you're in your downward dog. Rolling down, dropping the knees if you need to, pushing yourself in and up for cobra. Exhaling down. This time, bring your toes to touch, space between your knees. Sink the hips back and down, arms outstretched in front of you for child's pose. Breathing into the back. Exhaling, releasing any tension, reconnecting to your practice. On your next inhale, looking up at your hands and rolling so that you're in your belly. Stretching out the legs and pushing yourself up into downward dog, making sure you tuck the toes. Bringing your leg up for a three-legged dog and bringing yourself through so that you're in a lunge only briefly. Twisting that back heel down, extending the arms to a T position to find warrior two. Taking a deep inhale in this warrior two, belly expands, ribs expand, chest expands. On the exhale, flipping that hand back to find dancing warrior. Inhaling yourself back to warrior two. On the exhale, we'll find a side angle, using the block to bring the ground closer to you so that you can have this twist. Inhaling, bringing yourself back to warrior two position. Exhaling into the dancing warrior. Finding your flow. Inhaling to warrior two for the final time on this side. Exhaling to side angle. Finding yourself in warrior two. Moving the block off to the side. Planting the feet down. Stepping yourself back into downward dog. For rolling. Rinsing out the spine. Finding that cobra position. Exhaling back, finding downward dog. Opposite side, inhaling the leg up, bringing it through into a lunge momentarily before switching back into that warrior two stance. Flowing with your breath just as we did, exhaling into dancing warrior. Inhaling into warrior two, exhaling into side angle. Moving and flowing with your breath, making this practice your own. Exhaling into Dancing Warrior for the final time. Inhaling to Warrior 2 and exhaling to Side Angle. Painting your hands down, bringing the leg back so that you're in downward dog again, and flowing through your chaturanga, knees down, hips down, chest down, finding your full breath. Exhaling, and then pushing yourself again back down into child's pose, space between your knees, toes touch, arms extend. On your next inhale, looking up at your hands and then rolling so that you're on your belly, outstretching your legs behind you, bringing your hands down to your sides, grounding your pelvis into the ground, bringing your hands face down, and on the next inhale, you're going to ground into your pelvis and lift everything up off the ground for locust. Staying here for one full breath before exhaling down. Taking a full breath of rest before regrounding yourself. Inhaling yourself up for locust for a second time. Expanding everything, feeling this chest open. Working the muscles in the back. One more time. Inhaling, lifting everything off the mat, settling down. Rolling yourself onto your back. Once you find yourself in a comfortable position, inhale the arms up over your head, toes and fingertips point away from each other. Exhale, curl yourself into a ball by bringing your knees into your chest. Inhale, feel expansive. Exhale, contract knees, come to chest, wrapping the arms around chin to chest. Last time, inhaling fully. Exhale, bringing your chin, your knees to your chest, curling yourself into a ball. Bringing the soles of the feet to the mat and your arms come out to a T position. You're going to inhale the legs up and then twist into a supine twist position. If you want to keep a little bit more burn and heat, you can actually hover your legs above the ground instead of letting them relax. Taking a full breath here, exhaling fully. On the next inhale, bringing your knees back to center, exhaling them over to the opposite side. Again, allowing them to hover if you so choose, making sure your head tilts in the opposite direction of your knees, taking a full breath in this pose. Inhaling the legs back to center. Doing that one more time on each side. Exhaling and taking one final breath. Exhaling here. And on your next inhale, bringing the knees back to center, dropping the soles of the feet to the mat. Taking a full breath here. Before reaching the legs up, you can either grab your thighs, shins, ankles, or the outer edges of your feet for happy baby. Rocking back and forth if that feels good for you. showing gratitude to all parts of your body for this practice. Taking these last 2 breaths to move in any way that your body may feel nice. On your last breath, finding yourself melting into your mat. Palms come to your sides for Shavasana. Allowing your breath to slowly go back to normal, releasing that 3-part Dirga breath. But at the same time, holding on to the intentions of what set you up for this practice. Finding gratitude in your body and your limbs for sticking with you through this practice, showing compassion and love to yourself, for taking time out of your day to find yourself on your mat, finding yourself connected to who you are. On your next inhale, roll over onto your favorite side, finding yourself in a fetal position, hugging yourself tightly. Taking these last few moments of your practice to really show love and care to yourself, pouring into yourself, taking all that you need in this moment of rest and relaxation. Before you start your day, before you start your week, what is it that you need? And find it in this practice, in this breath. Staying here as long as you need, knowing that you always have the power to pour into yourself. You always have the power to build your practice. You always have the power to show gratitude and love to yourself. Pushing yourself up and finding a nice seated position, taking your time to do so. I'm going to take one collective breath before I close out of practice. As you find yourself in a seated position, going to bring your hands down to your sides. Inhaling the arms up overhead, allowing the palms to touch in prayer. Bringing them down to heart center and bow to yourself. I want to thank you so much for practicing with me. My name is Trinity and I go as Just Trin the Yogi on Instagram. I will be posting every Monday either a meditation or yogi. So please hit that subscribe button and I hope to see you at a future event.